Unfortunately, I've been looking, and it doesn't seem like they've released any video games this year. I really checked, all the way to the back, but there weren't any.
Yeah, none whatsoever.
So we're gonna try and play some of the older ones. I know that we are very used at this point to games lasting 2 weeks and then dying. Thank you for the funny sex number of months. Oh wow, that's 3 subscriptions right in a row. That's 4 subscriptions right in a row.
Oh wow.
Jesus, we're hi everyone. Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Okay. T. Drago Duke. Joke based on number 57. Okay, so in order, that's 69, 43, 57, and 55. Holy fucking shit, thank you all. I guess if y'all were like holding subscriptions because I wasn't streaming, that's totally fair, and I also encourage you actively to do that. Twitch's incentive structure for continuing to like hold people's payments hostage for creators to keep working is hostile, and I encourage you to support as you can, as you see fit, and not as you are told by Twitch to. Anyways, I rarely use Twitch, but I have Prime. Gotta be real, Chief. I really rarely use Twitch too. I have such little incentive to use this platform.
I'm pretty much just here when we stream, and that's it.
Fuck it, that could be the first thing we talk about, actually. Let me close this and get into game. We're playing the pirate game, One Piece Pirate Warriors, because it's a very good just playing while talking about other stuff game. And One Piece is on the brain, and to be quite honest, I don't really have the bandwidth to invest that deeply into a game right now because of what I spent the past couple of weeks doing. We'll get there.
We will.
Yeah, that's what Twitch is doing. They're just fucking man in the middle in the money. So let's go to treasure log. I'll do. Hang on, there was a really fun one we did that was in Grand Line, one of the higher up ones, if memory serves.
Is it fighting alongside Carrot?
I think there is one where we're fighting alongside Carrot, right?
Yeah, it's The Ocean is a Wonderland.
The Ocean, did I pass by that? Yeah, yes. No, I did. There it is. Okay, yes. Let's join Carrot on their fun adventures. Yes, new layout. I debuted this on the Halloween stream, but I wanted to make something that was better, but more automated. Like that I had less work for, so I could just focus on trying to have fun on stream, because that's where the fun is coming in. That's like why any of us are fucking here. Okay, who am I helping out? I'm gonna be Ace. You want to be Yamato?
Of course I'm Yamato. Are you serious?
Perfect. Thank you.
It has to be Yamato.
Okay.
Okay, so the One Piece. Sherry, did you even see when I mentioned that?
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how
One
I
Piece
feel about
Kai.
it. Yeah, like, good on the one hand. On the other hand, I worry about Netflix's involvement, but I worry less now than I would have before the writer's strike, because Netflix has been forced to capitulate on a lot of things that they were some of the main issues I had with them, including, like, just not sharing streaming data.
Yeah.
I think I've maxed out Ace. Yeah, I have.
I can't believe Two Piece is real.
Two Piece is real, baby. So, I want to talk... Oh, yeah. Okay, now let's talk about this for a bit, if we're already
Okay. Yeah, the anime is still going. What is currently happening is they're remaking, the East Blue part of the anime.
Part of the anime.
Well, yeah, but same fucking difference. Because it is, shall we say, outdated?
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Like,
but,
for the
and
record,
not
art style. I actually love the original anime's art style a lot.
I like it. I prefer it currently.
I agree.
Although,
but also, I enjoy 90s anime a lot.
Yeah. If I were to choose one style for them to roll with permanently, it probably would have been Whole Cake Island. I like the smoother designs more than the sketchier Wano ones.
I'll go be up, sorry.
I know I'm the weirdo in that regard.
I know nothing about One Piece. It seems perfectly good. Like, inherently, the issue of I know nothing about One Piece, but I know it's really big, is part of the reason why this series is happening.
Yeah, that's literally part of the point.
It's like, damn, this is a thing a lot of people talk about, and I cannot really get started on. Like, I don't really know how I would. It's very fun to use Conqueror's Hockey on Kizaru as Ace. Like,
yeah.
This couldn't possibly be more... like, this couldn't possibly be more incorrect. He is not scared of this man.
No. Kizaru's not scared of really anybody that I've seen.
Yeah. It's like Homestuck. Fuck. No!
It's like Homestuck if Homestuck was good.
Here's the thing, it does genuinely suffer from a lot of the same problems that Homestuck does in regards to interfacing with it, of like, if I wanted to show you the reasons why I love this as opposed to any other anime that has a lot of these similar things, a lot of it you just kind of have to see for yourself and experience, because if I show you the moments out of context, they don't have the emotional weight. Like,
yeah.
The time it takes to invest yourself is part of what the love of One Piece is, and you can't really digest that, you can't really dilute it. You can, however, try and make it the least terrible version of itself in order to present to modern audiences.
You can scrub out some of the filler.
Correct, yes, you can, like, when we're talking about, for those of you who are not in the know, when we're talking about One Piece Kai, we're using Dragon Ball Z Kai, which was a re-release of the anime that cropped in the footage a lot of the time to be 16:9 if memory serves. A lot of, I think you can turn that off depending on the release. But more to the point, it cut out anything that wasn't in the manga except for footage they were reusing from the original run that they the anime incorporated into the main story so much that they couldn't get rid of it.
It got rid of a lot of filler, including the good filler of Goku and Piccolo driving cars. But they kept the Ginyu frogs, so death for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Listen, man, if there's any one filler to get rid of, it's the goddamn Ginyu frog.
Like, they would have had to reanimate it, and normally I would say I get why they didn't do it, because reanimating it would have been a lot of work. But then they did go on to reanimate a fuck ton of the series anyway, so like,
exactly,
fuck me, right? Spam? Sure. Thank you. 3 views for only $2 billion. Oh yeah, number can go up instead of me enjoying actually streaming. Man. I'm just glad to see people here. Like, it's fun to be able to hang out.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about, for streaming for a second, fucking the what the fuck happened with Twitch and sexual content over those 2 days? What fucking happened, man? Yeah, like, this is my personal guess. This is my joking guess. Not joking. Oh! Yay!
Yeah,
sorry,
the A-specific lines.
Yeah, it's just, you don't get those when you're playing the Yamato exclusive mode. So
yeah.
It's nice to see them here now.
Your Honor, boyfriends.
Literally boyfriends. Anyways, yeah. My actual thinking is that this was a change that a lot of people discussed internally, and when it came to like they were like, okay, so we know that there's this weird pseudo-sex work like phenomenon occurring on the internet that's been occurring for a couple of years now. TikTok is really doing well with this. So like, I get, oh, we don't have to beat 500 enemies anymore. I was still operating under that logic. So, like, we should try to lean into this. We should try to let people do it here, because there's a lot of money to be made here. What are we gonna do about Visa and MasterCard?
And also, titty streamers got their moniker on Twitch. Like,
yeah,
that became that genre became like dubbed because of Twitch. They already were doing this shit.
It's that the specific newer version of it allows for like the air of we all are pretending this isn't happening to drop, basically. Like we all know what we're doing on purpose. And then they were like, what are we gonna do about Visa and MasterCard? What are we gonna do about the payment processors who don't like this shit and are gonna call us? And the answer is, if we just do it, they won't be able to stop us. I think legitimately they're like, we're Amazon, we're Twitch, we can just get away with it. They won't stop us. And then they got a call saying, we will absolutely terminate all payment processing from Visa and MasterCard on Twitch if you do not stop this. And then they went, hey, funny, that was a joke, guys. That was a cool, funny bit.
Funny bit.
Like, it's crazy that they thought they could get away with that. Like, this is the reason it's been such a problem. If you had talked to a single sex worker, you would have known this was going to be an issue. And presumably they were like, well, surely we can just do it anyways because they'll see the money in it. That's the problem. They don't. If they did, we wouldn't be here in the first place. If we did, sex work would be so much easier to make money off of online.
They still have old hang-ups about how it's morally wrong instead of anything else.
Let's do famous sword fighting. Right under Ocean of Wonderland.
Take back the famous sword.
I will play a Zaro. Go ahead and join.
Right, we're fighting alongside Tashiki, so I won't play as Tashiki.
Look, as someone who moonlights as a sex worker, yeah, no, they don't. People do. People respect sex workers on average.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But if you were to ask a person in a professional setting their opinion, they would get sheepish and like change the question. And like that's the issue right now. Is that precedent being set?
Yeah, not people, shareholders. Very different. They're not people.
I mean, like, we're talking about it, so if you have stuff to say, like, within the confines of what we can talk about on Twitch, considering this is the whole fucking thing. Look,
if this is what gets us got by Twitch, fuck it.
I will say, if you have something to say about that while you're typing it up, I have had this conversation with Austin about, like, hey, what are we gonna do? Like, I kind of hate the direction Twitch is going in, and I'm thinking about streaming on YouTube instead. But first of all, I have a lot of investment already in Twitch, just like people have subscriptions and their badges, and like, even if I kind of detest that structure these days, I still don't want to just be like, because I don't like it, none of this matters to anyone anymore. That sucks. But also, YouTube sucks.
Yeah, YouTube very much sucks.
So, like, is it worth upending all of this to switch to YouTube if YouTube is gonna be, like, still mid? Like, is it really worth making a bunch of viewers, like, lose all of that, that they have, even if I don't necessarily think it's a good thing to have? I don't think so. Yeah, like...
Oh, hey, the fraud himself.
Oh, Mihawk. Sorry,
Yeah,
I thought
Mihawk.
someone showed up in chat, like... That's very mean.
No, I'm talking about Mihawk.
I don't know how I feel about YouTube being the lesser of two evils. I will say this, however.
Compared to Twitch, I honestly think I agree.
Barring an even worse company being the one who ends up with the bag at the end of this, if at some point... Oh, Drago! It really does help, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Drago.
Oh my fuck, thank you. Yes, that helps a ton. I really appreciate it. I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want to fucking sound off like that. Everyone is fucking struggling right now, but it really helps. Thank you. But if Google is forced to at some point break up because of these many antitrust suits, like, if at some point that occurs and YouTube is no longer under Google, I would switch to stream. Hey, Law. You got my man. You got my man, Law. Give me back my baby girl. Anyways.
Hang on.
No, he's dead.
My baby girl's dealing with him.
Katakuri?
No. Kikinojo.
Oh, yes.
Although Katakuri is also my baby girl.
Okay, yeah.
Even though he is in his late 40s.
It's interesting how gender works, because when
he
he said baby girl, I couldn't possibly think a trans woman. I was like, surely you mean a cis man? Like, I was like, well, wait, if you said baby girl, let me think of all the men in One Piece Austin likes. Kiku didn't even occur to me.
Come here, look how short you are.
This is true. Short, not even a short king, just a tall queen.
Yeah, just a 9-foot tall queen.
But yeah, if YouTube is ever broken up at any point, or Google's ever broken up at any point, YouTube gets spun off into its own business, I would probably switch to streaming on YouTube, because if I'm gonna be stuck on one platform, I would rather be stuck on the one that isn't owned by a giant conglomerate. But if I have to choose between giant conglomerates, Amazon and Google both suck shit, but I am leaning towards Amazon being worse, and like it being worse enough to justify the changeover.
Yeah. Sadly, that's where I'm at too. But I also don't see a need to.
For the record, they allowed simulcasting not too long ago. Go ahead, Ozzy.
Ah, nice. I just don't see a reason to switch over unless we are forced to.
Yeah, like.
But if we are forced to, we absolutely will. You know, fuck this place. We just don't want to. We don't want to voluntarily run from one collapsing building to another collapsing building.
Exactly. Defeat the magician. Scrolling down a little bit. Near unstoppable force and a mobile out.
On it.
Okay. Who's beating up the magician? Who is dispelling all of the tricks? Robin is onto your tricks. Is onto your many tricks and schemes. You can't hide from them.
Shit. Who should I play?
YouTube will literally ban hammer anything that is remotely that is remotely outside of family friendly, even if the content's literally educational. Is that more of a scale problem of like, would that be a problem if I was a bigger creator? Because also I have to consider, if I start streaming on YouTube, I'm gonna lose a bunch of subscribers instantly, because there will be a bunch of people who are only ever there for my, like, this happens every time I post a video. Every time I post a video, I lose a couple thousand subscribers, because there are people who are only there for payday shit, and then remember that they're still subscribed to me and be like, oh, why am I still subbed? Oh, you're playing as one of many love interests for Robin.
I am playing as the man that Robin canonically finds hot.
Yes, I can't see
because she has good taste.
But like, I know that if I were to stream on YouTube, there would be a lot. It's the same reason I haven't like used the YouTube community tools before, because I have thought about like, do I want to announce my articles that I write on the community tools here? Because I feel like that might be a good way to get more eyes on them. But inherently, it's just going to attract the kind of people that I don't think would actually want to read it. Because it's like, people who are subscribed to me who are really interested in my work are probably already looking at me on other places.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Brock the Investigator. Point-click adventure makes a fighting game exclusive.
Point-click adventure with a fighting game is interesting. I think that beats the hybrid turn-based tactical combat game and fighter that I've played. For just weird shit combos. God, playing as Robin is so fucking satisfying. There's just something so fun about, like, and you're just gonna be slapped for a while and just walking away. To answer your question, myself, Drago, the two games I've been playing most recently have been War Tales, especially since the DLC just dropped.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's with the pirates, funny enough, speaking of.
Yeah, also pirates. And the Owlcat CRPG, Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And I'm playing it as someone who absolutely hates everything Warhammer 40k.
Okay, first of all, questionably thick toast, real quick. Yes. Yes. There is, and it's Sanji and it's once. Overall, though...
There's a lot of gunmen.
Oh, yeah, well, I was
I'm
gonna
thinking
say,
of
overall,
Izo.
though, Oda tends to not make his, like, the Straw Hats be gun people for a couple of reasons. But there are lots of characters in One Piece with guns. Absolutely, there's lots of guns in One Piece.
Most, one of the big things is because Chopper has a fear of guns.
Yeah, Chopper the reindeer, their doctor, has a fear of guns. Who's on?
He has a fear of guns, so, Frankie, who uses guns a lot, keeps them all inside of his body.
There's a YouTuber,
It's really sweet.
if you are someone who's, like, vaguely aware of One Piece stuff and is, like, interested in getting into it, you can watch other people be obsessed about it. There's a YouTuber called Melanie Tree that, not, like,
Melanie T,
I don't
by the way.
Melanie T? Well, Tree, isn't Tree the username?
I'm pretty sure it's Melon T.
No, I think it's both. Either way. If you look up Melon One Piece, it'll come up. Like, trust me.
Well, that or Nami will.
Yeah, it might just take a while. But like, honestly, this new series they're doing, fucking Two Piece, might not be a bad way to get into it.
Also, the live action series.
The live action series is legitimately a good way if you're like, I just kind of want a cleaned up presentation of the vibes of this thing and like what people are going for here. No joke, the live action series is a pretty good primer.
Yeah.
I love to be almost 200 episodes into a show and have no idea what's going on in this game. Oh yeah, because you haven't gotten to Water 7 yet. You're getting close though. Take care, Jay. Do you have a backlogged perchance? I thought about making one, but no, because I tend to just like... I have so many games that I already own that I want to get through that I kind of just like occasionally will hit on one. One I recently finally played through was and beat from thank you very much Ace for the gift for Nyx was Lunacid. Highly recommended if you like King's Tower, like old it's King's Tower, isn't it? I think it's what it is. Like older FromSoft games. It's inspired by that. Dark Tide has gotten a bunch of updates since, so it might be worth double checking to see if it's like...
Maybe.
Let's do the legendary pair.
Alright. All I know is that when I tried Dark Tide, because while I dislike 40k, I do have a soft spot for Warhammer Fantasy. And I quite like Vermintide. Dark Tide, when I played it, was abysmal.
I heard on launch in particular it was really bad. There's been some upheaval since. Did I never update this properly?
That's good.
What are you?
I'm still in the boat of, when it comes to Dark Tide, just yeah, Nyx, I was in the same boat. The fact that I couldn't play single player was enough to get me to not even attempt to play it again.
Yeah, Sanji only can do chip damage in like fighting game language to anyways.
Or femme presenting.
Yes, true.
Because Yamato is a man, but because he is very femme presenting, he still takes chip damage.
Yeah. Sanji is just is incredibly
He's
attracted
gynasexual.
to this man, and
Yeah.
never misgenders him. Always refers to him as a man. Even on first appearance, just somehow instantly knows like, oh, that's a dude, and I'm in love with him. And like, you know what? We respect it.
We respect a man who respects a man with a fat rack. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely. I've been thinking about there's a couple of games I'm wanting to get back into. At some point, I got Alan Wake 1 on Steam. At some point, I want to go through it. But I realized I really should commit to it because I started playing it and then just didn't have time to keep going. I'm gonna fucking finally sit down and play Sleeping Dogs. That game seems so my shit, and I am. It is criminal that I have yet to play it.
Oh, you're pre-time skip, Sanji.
Well, yeah, because we're on the Grand Line.
I did not change the sheets outfit.
That's fair. Let's see. Tajiki matured much faster, let's be real.
This is true. Do we want Garp or Sengoku?
Let's get Garp.
That's definitely my preference.
Yeah, depending on whether you play as Sanji before the 2-year time skip or Sanji after, you get totally different rules you just need.
Same with Luffy, Zoro, and Usopp in this game.
Oh! The game has crashed. The game has crashed.
Ah, that
Not
does
only
explain
has
why...
Oh, yeah?
That explains why Sengoku has stopped moving.
Not only has the game crashed, but some interesting visual artifacts have occurred as a result. We can see on the mini-map that a sudden strange grid has appeared over it. And there is just the text, Tashigi defeated Diamante, that's just ominously floating above Sanji.
Well, I got kicked out now.
Alright, I'm gonna restart the game. Oh yeah, trying to alt-tab immediately, it closed. Let's not do that mission then.
Let's not do... This is the second time that this has happened on this
exactly. It happened last time
mission.
too, so it's definitely... It's definitely an issue on that mission in particular. An issue with that mish. Now...
Ish with the mish. Mish-ish.
Do...
I don't know, that sounds like... That sounds terrible.
You liked Alan Wake, we never finished the bonus chapters. Felt like a huge difficulty spike. Fair. Now... Okay, sorry, no, never mind. I can't talk about what I was about to talk about because I have to talk about Counter-Strike 2 for a second, how much I hate it. I can't... Valve has, done... what,
That's interesting.
has done the, a creator is self-conscious about their old work, so they try to scrub them from the internet and consolidate everything into a new place, and then call it their rebrand 2 for a video game that was doing fine. And it's so fucking funny. This could have so easily just been a big update for Global Offensive, because it was, but they instead frame it as good news, everyone. This is Counter-Strike now. If you want to play Counter-Strike, it's here. This is Counter-Strike 2. And we've taken off all the old servers, and if you want to get to all the community shit, it's buried somewhere in here. And Global Offensive is no longer a game that exists. It's so fucking silly. It's so silly. Okay, I'm gonna pick another Grand Line mission.
Oh, I picked one.
Oh, you did? Are you asking for me to join you?
No, yeah. Fight for the throne.
Grand Line.
Yep.
Sanji. Wait, hang on, it did not remember my costume change.
Yep, you are currently post-time skip, Sanji.
There we go. Okay, what episode was it called again?
Fight for the throne.
A fight for the throne. Am I good to go?
Yep, go ahead and join.
Okay. Yeah, everything I'm seeing from Source 2 as well, it just seems like it's over streamlined to the point that's just straight up not fun to play. It is the same issue from a different perspective that I have with Siege. Siege itself is a great game that I enjoy playing, but it's so mired in its fucking advertisements and pay to win shit. Or not pay to win, sorry. I should a little bit pay to win. You are buying
a little.
But or like
you can win
pay
without
for all
them,
these
but
aesthetics, like pay to be cool more accurately. Like these are all purely aesthetic, but if you don't have them, you're gonna be relentlessly bullied. And like it's presupposing you're going to engage with all of this shit whenever you play the game. And it's like infuriating because all I want to do is actually play the fun tactical shooter. But it's like I'm doing an equal amount, like simultaneously, of navigating advertisements. It's the same issue I have with the Twitch experience right now. It's why I pre-roll ads with any luck disabled on stream. Like, if you are getting them, let me know. I'm pretty sure I have pre-rolls disabled, but it is insulting to want to watch someone play a game and be like, okay, but first, because you had that nugget of desire to be like, maybe I'll play a round of Siege, we're going to serve you several minutes of trying to get your money.
I'll hunt down Doffy.
You did get a pre-roll, son of a bitch.
You explicitly disabled them is the thing.
Yeah, I'll see if I can handle that. But like shit like this is why I want to get off Twitch too, because like looking at Twitch, any given time you're on a Twitch page, it's like 95% in advertising.
That's pretty low-balling it. Okay.
Oh, I was in the middle of a move, Kato. I was doing a move. Oh yeah, there's a full war on ad blockers happening now too. Which like, here's the thing, okay?
Oh, my
if you are ever wondering why any company ever is taking a perfectly good service that is just working and doesn't seem to really be an issue and like could easily be added onto, and just relaunching it in a new walled garden format that like has limited functionality as compared to the old, it is because within that walled garden they can ensure that you do not have external software to unlock against them. I.e., this is why Google is discontinuing Google Podcasts and is shifting from podcasts being played on YouTube. On podcast players, you have a 30-second skip button that is just always there. On like every RSS feed, you can just skip ads easily. Doesn't matter how in line they are, you can still skip them. On YouTube, you can't. They have to be played. That's why they're doing it. That is why any company would do something like this, is we think we can monetize this more easily and limit user behavior that would lose us potential otherwise pure revenue. Will beating them immediately end the event?
Nope.
Okay.
Because after this, Blackbeard shows up, opportunistic bastard that he is.
That's right. Gotta go down. I can't really beat Big Mom though, so that's gonna have to be on you.
That's fine.
Yeah, Sanji can't really. I can only lightly damage Big Mom. I could beat her given enough time, but like Sanji like just categorically refuses to hurt women. Like it's so important to his character that they couldn't not include it.
If you're taking that way, I will go this way. Hi, Shank.
Oh, assist the check. They literally made a buy system that you cannot actively buy having a summary. Elaborate on that. How do you mean by that? Like, is it that the new buy menu presupposes that you're not going to want the extended guns, and like that's something you have to like navigate further in?
Hey.
Because again, I have not played Counter-Strike 2 because every time I've been like itching to play Counter-Strike, I remember what they did to CS:GO, and I'm like, absolutely not. I don't. This is a terrible precedent to set.
Heyo.
Hey, Burgess.
これがルフィの仲間か。いつか一緒に海に出よう。
That did not do nearly as much damage as I was hoping it would.
Down.